I've been trying to tell these mortals. What's poppin'? How you doing? Nigel Baker in the flesh, you know what I'm saying? See Breezy in the flesh. How you doing? My friends and people that I don't consider my friends have been saying, Nigel, do you really think BTS is gonna come back? Like usually when groups break up, they've been saying break up. Listen, mortals are dumb. You're not a mortal. I don't consider you a mortal. You know what I'm saying? They usually don't come back together, Nigel. Okay, whatever. I don't care. Your opinion means nothing. You know what I'm saying? I know that in 2025, we are about to witness one of the greatest comebacks in the history of human existence. Hopefully, man, Bora City does an amazing job explaining the things that maybe I don't know and explaining the things that these mere mortals out here have no clue about. Shout out to Bora City Magazine for the video. Also, can we turn this channel up? Can we turn Bora City up, bro? This channel is super underrated and just pumps out amazing content, bro. Let's get it to 100,000 subscribers, bro. 100,000 subscribers. Bora City Magazine at 51K right now. Let's get it to 100,000, man. So that being said, let's get straight into the video. Actually, before we get straight into the video, I do want to let you guys know what has been going on over on Patreon. And this is the thing about Han, right? Han, I don't know which Han I'm going to be getting on a track, especially by Han. Like, I don't know if I'm going to get the super lyrical rapping version of Han or like the melodic, just beautiful voice of, I don't know which one I'm gonna get, and I'm excited because it's just like, we may get both. Oh my God, bro. When he gives us melody, when he gives us lyrics, when he gives us the aggressive rap, but when he gives us both, oh my God. La, 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 la. This is an underrated song though, bro. I don't think it gets the praise that it deserves. This is an underrated song. Film that is a masterpiece. What you think? Say something. I ain't even gonna sit here and lie to you, bro. I like the song already. I was about to say something. The melody, you know. And why they screaming? Because he put a blindfold on. Like, everybody calm the fuck down. Nigga, what you... I will jump through this screen and pull you by your tracks. Do you hear me? This was such an iconic performance. But Nigel will forever take me out, bro. The Grim Reaper. Niggas have hits on top of hits on top of hits. Yo, they should have hit them. That was cool too. I'm not gonna lie. Look at our hits, happy ass. Look at Suman's heavy ass though. Look. Hold on. Look. Listen, if you're interested in Patreon, click that first link in the description down below or the bar that ran above my little box just now, and it'll take you straight there, okay? I'm trying to tell y'all you are going to absolutely enjoy and love the environment and the community that we're building over on Patreon, okay? I guarantee it, okay? So this is the BTS 2025 contract renewal did not come out of nowhere. Let's get into it, man. Bora City Magazine with another dope-ass video.
All of the BTS members just signed their third contract to continue being part of BTS as a 7-member group under their label Big Hit Music, part of Hybe Corporation. If you don't know, BTS is still a group despite being in the military, and they are currently in their second contract. This third BTS contract starts in 2025. And I'm very happy, but I'm not surprised at all, because the signs were always there. When BTS announced that they were going to start their mandatory military service and focus on solo music.
See, bro, I like seeing this video, seeing them enlist. It was so traumatic when Jin went because he went first. And when he released the astronaut and like we started to understand the meaning, and then we heard the song, and it's like everything that surrounded his enlistment was so, it was traumatically beautiful. Like just how he did it. Like it was so beautiful. But it hurt so fucking bad, bro. It hurt so bad when Jin left.
It was so easy to assume that it was the end. And I understand this coming from people who don't know much about the industry.
Thank you. Talk about it, Bora City. Talk about
and
it.
BTS's contracts. But when it comes from people who actually work on media, it was frustrating to see that there was so much misinformation and nonsense predictions being pushed around by them.
I push for you and so many other people in this fandom to start a YouTube channel. Whether it's doing something like Bora City Magazine, whether it's doing something like reacting, or, you know what I'm saying, just YouTube is one of the main ways that like the majority of the world consume content, bro. TV is dead as a damn doorknob. You know what I'm saying? Is dead. If enough of us, which there are a lot, don't get me wrong, but I think if there's enough of us that have YouTube channels and actually spread the right information, all of this BS and all of this fake news that news articles post just for clicks, it dies. It goes, I mean, at the end of the day, the news is going to continue doing these BS clicks, but the world consumes more YouTube than the news. Right? Ain't that right? Ain't that true? I don't want to, hold on. Let me stop. Let me stop lying. Hold on. I don't know if I'm lying or not. No. Hey Siri, how many people in the world watch YouTube?
According to the latest Statista reports, over 2.6 billion people.
Majority of the people in the world watch YouTube. Listen, I push for you to make a channel and just become an outlet of just like positivity for this group and real facts and like push the right agenda for BTS. Not saying that they can't do it themselves. Of course they are the biggest freaking group on the planet. But I think it'll give them a little extra push and help them a little bit more if we just, you know what I'm saying, have YouTube on lock. Does that make sense? I don't know if any of that made sense, but if it didn't, yeah, oh well, bro. But yeah.
Boys of BTS are headed in different directions.
I don't know if I think they're going to come back.
BTS just revealed some major news, and it's not smooth like butter.
That was the corniest shit I think I've ever heard on TV. It's probably the corniest shit I ever heard on TV.
Maybe it's time to move on. The K-pop supergroup broke hearts around the world, announcing they're going to take some time to focus on solo projects. Their management says it's not a hiatus, so kind of sounds like it. I mean, I guess all good things must come to an end, right?
Billboard even had an article in 2022 titled "BTS Hiatus Didn't Come Out of Nowhere."
And then, bro, things like this, they actually like for the average BTS listener that loves BTS, that doesn't really maybe, you know what I'm saying, consume YouTube, you know what I'm saying? It scares that person. It scares that person that's not on YouTube. It scares that person that watches the news for facts and watches the news for like factual opinions. It scares that person. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like I don't understand why so many news outlets just want BTS to like fall. Like I don't understand this shit.
These were the warning signs. Allegedly, one of the writers even took out his name from the writing credits. Could it be because he realized that these predictions made no sense, or was he afraid that he wouldn't be able to interview BTS once they reunite? I don't know, but what I do know is that these kind of predictions are now 100% denied, not only by ARMY and BTS, but also by an official legal document. Let's see why the BTS 2025 contract renewal didn't come out of nowhere. These were the obvious signs the industry tried to dismiss.
The company behind Korean supergroup BTS is not just a record label or a management company.
I want to talk about the importance of this contract, not just about the fact that they are signing with Hybe. However, I know that there are people asking themselves, why are they signing with Big Hit and Hybe for a third time when they obviously have quote-unquote better opportunities with major international labels?
Because the loyalty is there. That's what I'm guessing. It's just the loyalty.
Some people even say that it would be better for them to create their own label, like other K-pop idols do. The answer by some ARMYs would be that Big Hit is BTS's label, and Hybe is BTS's company, because they built that company from the ground.
That's true. I do remember hearing before BTS like became the BTS like heavy hitters that they are today, when they first started out, both of those companies were like, they were small companies. Like this depicts it perfectly. Look at the building that they were in before. Look at this skyscraper now. Like, I feel like they have so much value, so much put into these companies that yes, it does make it basically their companies.
Underground. When BTS started, they were the only group sustaining.
Look at that. Hold on, what the hell?
Armies would be that big hit in the ground. When BTS started, they were the only group
they didn't even have clean. What the
label.
freak is going on? Hold on.
When BTS started,
they didn't even have cleaners to clean the windows. You know what I'm saying? Now they got it, because I've been there a couple times. and like now they have like literal like not computers, but like machines to go down and clean the window every like couple of seconds. It's like on a timer or something like that. But last time I went there, which was like 2 years ago, that's what they had. I want to go, bro. I ain't never been, but I want to go. That's all I'm trying to say.
They were
bro.
the only group sustaining that label, and it's thanks to BTS and BTS only that the label is where it is now. In return, the CEO gifted big stocks to BTS. So even if they leave one day, they will continue making money from other groups signed to the label.
Oh wow,
but
I did not know that.
This maybe sentimental and dreamy idea, let's talk about the other options BTS rejected.
Oh wow, I did not know that. They got stake in the company. That's obvious, bro. Why didn't I think of that? That's obvious.
In my opinion, no matter which label the BTS members choose, they're not going to be able to manage them 100% correctly, because no label has had the experience of successfully managing a group this big. If BTS signed with UMG or Universal Music Records, which is the biggest and most powerful music label in the world,
no, because what happened to him? Who is this? That's YG. And it's just like, no, let's just stick to what works. Let's stick to what we came up doing. No, we're not signing. No.
Has had the experience of successfully managing a group this big. If BTS signed with UMG or Universal Music Records, which is the biggest and most powerful music
Billie Eilish, bro, she makes some great music, I'm not gonna lie.
Label in the world, the label will continue with some actions that go against BTS's philosophy, like payola, overworking and over-controlling artists, and underpaying musicians. This can be good for their numbers, but this kind of shady stuff can create allegations and other legal problems, and they will definitely not help BTS's longevity. Think about the Western artists who have multiple legal battles with their own labels,
That is true. That's what I'm saying. Like, nah, don't come over here, bro, because we don't know what the fuck we doing. We don't know what the fuck we doing over here, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Music or leave the label. Others even have to re-record their discographies because they don't own their music.
Jesus.
So while they're creating their own label like some K-pop idols do. When K-pop idols end their 7-year contract, it's common for them to create their own label and have the freedom they didn't have under their previous contract with a K-pop label. However, since these artists are promoting in South Korea, the best case scenario for them is finding promotion opportunities for themselves inside South Korea. But the kind of promotions that the biggest group in the world requires are more than a new, inexperienced label can provide. Even if they get the best CEOs in music to work with them, the BTS members would have to go through the struggle of finding and working with experts they don't know and they don't trust. So they chose Hybe, the label which made them debut and which knows BTS's style of working and promotion demands. Beyond this, the BTS members are
I love seeing these guys together so much.
Business majors, and it's been reported that they already have a strong voice in
Hitman takes me out, bro. He always gives main character vibes, bro.
agency. RM has even made presentations challenging the company's projects and has successfully stopped them.
Yes, like I feel like if they were to like go to other labels, like for instance, the label that they were talking about is like the biggest label in music. BTS is big enough to have their own voice in whatever they do when it comes to this music shit, bro. Like their voice is bigger than, bro. They have, like, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like when it comes to labels over here, it's like, bro, it's so many egos. Certain labels want to be known for, I did this, but like, yes, the artist, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's just too much going on over here, and they are flourishing and thriving where they're at. I don't think it would make sense to come, because I mean, what's the label over here gonna do? Like, make them big? Nigga, they're humongous. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're already the biggest musicians on the planet. Like, what are we gonna, like, what are the labels over here gonna do? What are we gonna do? It just doesn't make sense.
This is why their contract negotiations always happen years earlier, and they come to a conclusion 2 years before the start of the new contract. This is not common in K-pop. Groups either announce that they are renewing their contracts a month or two before their previous contract is about to end, or they continue negotiating months after their contracts already ended. But by looking for a conclusion 2 years before the next contract is about to start, the BTS members have time to consult their lawyers, talk between each other, and tell their demands to the label. Actually, they were not shy with their demands for the second contract, which is the one they're currently signed to. This is what BTS told Hybe during negotiations for the second contract. We will give you 7 more years, but give us the acknowledgement that we deserve for the success that we have achieved.
Ooh, I like that. I
and
like
reflect that in the contract. This negotiation happened in 2018, when their highest peak was number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100, when they had no Grammy nominations, and when they spent only 2 years in the global music industry. But
bro, that's fucking wild, bro.
Now, the BTS members have 8 #1 songs, 5 Grammy nominations. They made billions of dollars not only for their small independent label, but also to their country. And they have solidified a legacy for over a decade.
Bro!
So if they had high demands then, imagine what they were able to agree with this third contract. Actually, this contract required board approval, which means that the terms are above the regular threshold. This is unusual.
Hold on, what?
But they were able to agree with this third contract. Actually, this contract required board approval, which means that the terms are above the regular threshold. This is unusual, and it can suggest that this new deal will give the BTS members bigger cuts, shares, exclusive rights, or something extra that the board had to approve.
Bro, like, don't get me wrong. The label does a lot, right? As far as like distributing, like marketing, hiring different staff members to do this, to do that, to do this, do that when they go on tour, like the label, you know what I'm saying? But let's not forget how the label is really able to do this shit. Like, the artist is like the heartbeat of the label. You know what I'm saying? And the label is like the body almost. Does that make sense, or is that fucking stupid as fuck? Just let me know. I don't know. Listen, all I'm trying to say is, like, the artist is what's moving everything. So I'm all for BTS negotiating and making these, bro, we want this. Like, we'll re-sign, but we want this. Them getting a bigger cut. If they wanted another planet to record music on, if they wanted a whole other planet to record music on, let them have it. Like, I'm not, bro, they are the reason the label is where it's at, bro. Let's just be real.
Only the down payment is estimated to be over 3 times what it was.
Hold on, what?
BTS members, bigger cuts, shares, exclusive rights, or something extra that the board had to approve. Only the down payment is estimated to be over 3 times what it was with their second contract. This is not the total they are getting for the entirety of the contract. It's just a small initial payment. And of course, you would need to add all the money they will get when they actually come back in 2025. So yes, this contract is massive, probably the most important of their careers yet. The magnitude of this news were confirmed by RM, who as the leader of BTS shared a snippet of the contract on Instagram.
Oh shit, I'm just said, bro, I'm finna show Army what the hell this contract
by BTS
said.
Army 2025. And as a celebration of the contract renewal, Big Hit donated $750,000 to BTS's UNICEF campaign in the name of Army.
Oh, wow.
So now that I talked a little about the basics of why they chose to sign with Hybe, I'll talk about what I actually wanted to talk about, which is the importance of this contract in itself. Because if you really think about it, there has not been any other contract like this in the history of music. Don't think about BTS, re-signing with Hybe. Think about what the existence of BTS as a 7-member group for approximately at least another decade means to pop culture.
방탄소년단.
방탄소년단 축하드립니다.
First, we need to contextualize the first two contracts. BTS started as a hip-hop idol group in the K-pop industry, and in this industry, most contracts last 7 years. This is, of course, if the group is successful, because if it isn't, or if there's any conflict, the contract ends earlier. However, even in the
See what I'm saying though? Hold on, bro.
most contracts last 7 years. This is, of course, if the group is successful.
It's like if the group is successful, they have to stay in the contract, right? But if the group isn't successful, the contract breaks. And that's up to the label. So it's almost like a win-win for the label. Well, kind of, sort of. If the artist is successful, they cannot leave the contract. But if we're not successful, we gotta go. And then they're on to the next group. Nah, bro.
Because if it isn't, or if there's any conflict, the contract ends earlier. However, even in the best case scenarios, successful groups will disband in their 7th year. This is why the K-pop 7-year curse exists. This is what RM said in BTS's 8th anniversary in 2021.
7 years, it symbolizes like an invisible limit for many
Nam June looks so fire, bro.
Korean teams, especially the K-pop groups. The 8-year anniversary is kind of like a really like a momentum, and it's like a meaningful day for a group.
So the groups that sign with their labels for a second time are rare, but they do exist.
Y'all trying to put in the comments what groups didn't last 7 years? I'm just playing. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't put in the comments what group didn't last 7 years, because I don't want to know.
BTS and other K-pop groups.
Shout out to them, no. Shout out to them.
Many of the K-pop groups that decide to continue being a group beyond the end of their contracts tend to sign with different labels individually, but they come together as a group from time to time, or at least that's what they promise. Because a common trend lately is having a silent disbandment. Other groups that do stay together for years and years have so many members that it's inevitable for all of them to stay in the group. But I don't want to be unfair. Of course, other groups that do stay together for years and years have so many members that it's inevitable for all of them to stay in the group. But
so it's kind of like a cheat code almost.
I don't want to be unfair. Of course, there are some K-pop groups that stay together for many years. The longest running K-pop group has been together with all of its members for more than 20
Who
years.
is that?
And while I congratulate them and hope for
Who are they?
with all of its members for more than 20 years. And while I congratulate them and hope for a similar future for BTS.
20 years is crazy, bro. BT, we halfway there. We halfway there, bro. 20 years? Oh my God, 20 years is crap. Bro, I'll be tired of my members. Bro, why you gotta sing that part like that? I've been singing this part like this for the past 15 years. Yeah, but just switch it up, nigga.
Yes, in terms of number of years, the reality is that BTS situation is different and way more complicated, because there's no other group in the history of K-pop that has been able to truly pave their way in the global music industry. So
true.
As annoying as it can be to the BTS members, their decisions and future are of the industry's interest. Thousands of articles are made for every decision they make, and
it just seems like the label has never dealt with a force of nature like BTS. They're pioneering, not pioneering in this space, but as big as they are, bro, I don't think the label or any label was ready for them to be this big. So I think a lot of the things that's going on, I feel like the label is you know what I'm saying? It's kind of on the fly. Bro, not on the fly, but they can't go to the vault and be this is what we did with them, because nobody was as big as BTS. Shit, I think it's a lot of just new things that have to be put in set in place because of BTS, bro. Because
their
so
contract
big.
renewal, disbandment, or any tiny decision by them will become international news, reported and analyzed for days, weeks, and even months.
And that just comes with the game, bro. That comes with how big they are. That's inevitable.
This doesn't happen to K-pop groups, because as legendary as they can be to the K-pop sphere, their disbandment or renewal will have almost no effect in the global music industry or their country's economy. BTS being signed as a 7-member group to a Korean label means more tourism, more South Korea.
Listen, I'm going to Korea. I'm going to Korea, if not next year, the year after that. And I can proudly say, I'm not lying, I can proudly say BTS is the reason for that. BTS is the reason I want to go to South Korea. So I can only imagine how many other people have felt or feel the same way I feel solely because of BTS. So I can only imagine, bro, yes, them announcing their hiatus affects South Korea as a whole.
Korean recognition internationally.
But then that just goes into the whole military service, and then we can talk about that for hours. Like, it just doesn't make, like, why the fuck? But it is what it is, bro.
And even more jobs for South Korean citizens.
Wow.
My point is that BTS...
Imagine being so big. Like, you start employing people in your country that have nothing to do with, like, them being a part of your staff. Nothing to do with them being a part of the label. Just like hard-working people in your country finally have jobs because of what you were able to create. That right there is one of the biggest accomplishments I can imagine that they've done in their career, bro. Like, being so huge, bro, that now Lil Sally got a you know what I'm saying, got a job to go to. Shout out
Signing
BTS,
not a second
bro.
contract but a third contract is extremely rare in the Korean music industry, because no other Korean group has grown to the lengths of BTS to even think about making a decision this big. Beyond that, groups that do become relevant in K-pop don't stay together for more than one contract.
It's a difference between becoming relevant in a space and like pioneering like this, not pioneering the space, but like being relevant and being global. Two different things. And I'm not trying to throw shade to no other groups. I'm just saying, being relevant and being global it's a different ball game. It's a different ball game.
Sometimes because when they get what appears to be bigger solo opportunities, either from Korean labels or international labels, they take them. That's what I find extraordinary. BTS plans to stay together after their military service no matter what. Hybe's founder recently said that the BTS members wanted one of their first projects after coming back to be a special project related to their album trilogy, The Most Beautiful Moment in Life, whether it is with Hybe or with any other label.
And as you know, in 2015, BTS released its Hwayangyona, or The Most Beautiful Moment in Life album and the album series, and this was a very important album series for them. We said to each other, let's make sure we put out a 10-year anniversary album and a project. If they hadn't signed with us, they still would have released it, just not with us. They would have done it with somebody else.
This special project was already
at least you
know by Suga and RM in 2022.
저희끼리 얘기했던 것 중에 어쨌든 2025년 대부분의 멤버들이 복귀할 해일 거고, 그다음에 이제 화양연화라는 저희의 기념비적인 어떤 화양연화가 10주년이 돌아오니까 그때는 무언가를 할 수 있을 것 같지도 않을까 뭐 이런 생각을 했었잖아요. 그것들을 좀 잘 지키려고 노력하지 않을까.
So whether the media wants to admit it or not, the biggest sign of this contract renewal came from the members themselves, because they are not going to promise things that are not going to happen. They know that each of their sentences can and will become global news. This is why they always negotiate and come to a conclusion
before they go
in anticipation.
Before they go
this
public
prevents
with
all
it.
high tensions and speculations by fans and the media about their future. Again,
I love how transparent they are with us.
this is an extraordinary measure that BTS takes because of their position in the global music industry. Most groups that do sign a second contract do it a couple of months before their first 7-year contract ends. Others keep negotiating after their contracts already ended, leaving their fans and investors of the label basically in the dark about what will happen. Now, you may say that it's responsible for groups to take their time in negotiating these contracts. And
that's kind of messed up, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, imagine like you you supporting a group, like you spending your hard-earned money to go out to see their tours, you spend your hard-earned money buying their merch, buying things online, and like you're supporting this group, like you are a stan for this group, and then all of a sudden, like they just go dark and you never hear from them. That is messed up, bro. That is very messed up. That's very messed up.
They say that it's responsible for groups to take their time in negotiating these contracts. And I totally agree. But it's important to know that BTS always does what's beyond considered responsible. And that's another obvious sign the media try to dismiss. BTS doesn't wait until the end of their current contract to consider signing again. Instead, each of the 7 members take decisions together by consulting their personal lawyers 2 years in advance. They carefully think about and plan their future together. And this is a unique measure only BTS takes because of their unique position. So I don't want to hear any more comments diminishing the importance and uniqueness of this contract.
Bora City tired of the bullshit, bro. I am too, Bora.
So
I swear, I am too.
Diminishing the importance and uniqueness of this contract because other K-pop groups lasted for decades too. When the news broke, some articles focused on how rare this type of longevity is in K-pop. It's rare, it's defining, it's a new standard set by them, and they are right. When it comes to K-pop contracts, the chances of disbanding are infinitely higher than the chances of making the group their priority. But BTS showed from day one that they are the exception.
Ladies and gentlemen, BTS.
So that was in the context of K-pop contracts. But Western contracts are another world, and Western group contracts are even more complicated. The global artists that have long-lasting music careers tend to be soloists, because it's easier for one person to make what they consider the best decisions for themselves. But when a group is successful, they all have to take this.
Oh, One Direction, bro. Do y'all remember One Direction? When I tell you, bro, the story of my life, I take her home, I drive all night to keep her warm in time is frozen. You don't know nothing about that One Direction, bro. One Direction was that group back in the day,
They
man.
consider the best decisions for themselves. But when a group is successful, they all have to take decisions together. And the chances of being able to do that for
I don't know who these space niggas are. I'm not gonna
is
lie.
successful, they all have to take decisions together. And the chances of being able to do that for years and years is very low. Of course, there are legendary groups that have been together for decades. Coldplay
Decades?
is very low. Of course, there are
You see these niggas?
legendary groups that have been together.
They've been around for centuries. They've been around for centuries, bro.
For decades. Coldplay is the closest example
Oh,
to
Coldplay, yes. Coldplay is still running the game to this day. That is facts.
yes, and by their friendship and the conversations they had during the days BTS started their talks
can
about their
relate to them,
future, I
probably.
think that BTS is looking for this longevity.
Yes.
I don't think it's a coincidence that both groups got closer to each other during this difficult time. So it's definitely possible for BTS to
I
take a
love
similar
that. I
path.
love
But
that.
I still want to highlight that BTS's third contract.
Hold on, bro. I just want to say, watching Jin perform with them in Argentina, like, that was probably one of my first live events that I was able to tune into, like, live. It shifted, like, something in me changed, bro. And that's when I knew, like, I am here to stay in this fandom and I will forever love these guys. The emotion that I felt watching that live performance, bro, I was just like, after the live stream ended, I'm like, bro, I am actually really fucking emotional right now. And I never felt like that before with any other artist that I've loved in the past. Like, it was sadness. It was like, this is so beautiful. Like, it was everything. And I will forever be a part of this fandom and forever love ARMY and forever be in BTS's corner, bro. Forever.
Is not only rare in the K-pop.
I'm right now, well, I don't know if I should tell you this, but if you made it to this far in the video, right now I'm debating on which lyric I should get tattooed. Just don't say nothing. All right? Don't say nothing. But listen, if you do have a lyric or anything tattooed, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I can get some ideas, but I don't know which. I'm not gonna tell you which lyrics I'm thinking of yet. I just want to pop out and just show you. But like, I just want, like, you know what I'm saying, tell you just to, you know what I'm saying, so it's not like, damn, Nigel, what the fuck, I told you, you know what I'm saying? Because when you be doing stuff, like, that time you got that one tattoo and you didn't tell me, and you just, like, showed up at the cookout with it, and you started, like, showing your shoulder, and I'm like, why are you dancing in front of me right now? And you just like, look, you don't see it? And I was like, oh, you got a new tattoo? And I'm like, why did you get a seahorse? And then you was just like, I like seahorse, and I'm like, that look like a dog, you know what I'm saying? All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm done. But no, seriously, I am really thinking about getting, not thinking, I know, I just don't know which lyric, bro, I want to get tatted on me, seriously. No cap,
industry.
no
BTS
cap.
is not only the biggest group in the world, but they are also the only group at the moment able to compete with soloists. BTS as a group are part of the world's top 10 artists. However, the second biggest group in the world and other popular groups cannot even enter the top 30.
Wow.
This is why this contract is even more impactful than you think.
Yeah, Maroon 5 and Coldplay and BTS is really the only group that you can really group together and be like, yes, they are currently still running the game. You know what I'm saying? And I can't wait to see how far they go, bro. How far they go together. I can't prove everybody wrong. Like, nigga, I told you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I cannot wait.
Enter the top 30. This is why this contract is even more impactful.
Oh, she said they can't even enter the top 30.
Popular groups cannot even enter the top 30.
Wow, so they're not even in the same. Damn, bro.
This is why this contract is even more impactful than you think. Historically, groups have not been able to succeed as much as soloists. Think about the groups that were able to actually compete with solo artists, from legendary bands like the Beatles to pop culture boy bands like NSYNC.
Oh, they were the Spacemen, NSYNC,
and One Direction. They only lasted for 10, 7, and 5 years respectively. So as the one massively successful group at the moment is...
All I'm gonna say is, when they come back, not only is that comeback gonna be so legendary, and I am going to a fucking concert, okay? I'm going to a concert. The only reason I missed out on all the other concerts is because I just became, I'm not gonna say just became Army, but like when around the time they were touring, I had just became Army. I wasn't invested enough to like be like, I am going to a concert. Now, today, it is my life's goal to go to a BTS concert. The comeback is going to be insane. Since they've been on hiatus for 3 years, right? When they come back and still dominate the game, I don't want to hear anything else when it comes to them not being them. Like, I don't want to hear anything else about this group not being able to, like, they deserve every accolade and award now. But when they come back and run the game after being gone for 3 years, everything should be quiet. All the haters, even though they just gonna talk because they got a mouth, it shouldn't be no more comparisons. It shouldn't be nothing. It shouldn't be nothing. Because for them to be able to go on a hiatus for 3 years and then come back and still dominate, no conversations. I don't want to hear any more conversations at all, bro.
It's remarkable and extremely rare for BTS to enter their second decade, because this never happens when your group is at the top of the world.
Yes! Being at the top of your game and then saying, we're going to go on a hiatus and we're going to carry out our military service and then come back. And I already know they still going to dominate. I don't really let you
This contract is so rare, weren't the predictions of this amendment by the media not that unreasonable? Like I said, I understand if this comes from people who don't know much about the industry, but the ones who make these articles are supposed to be K-pop journalists. They should know that their military service was inevitable, but they also should know that at this point, they don't promise things just to calm fans. They've never done that, and these journalists...
And I love that, bro. They're like that boyfriend or girlfriend that is gonna tell you the truth no matter how you feel about it. No matter how much you guys cry together, hurt about they're going to tell you that they're going to be honest with you no matter what, no matter how you feel about it. You know what I'm saying? When they announced this hiatus, bro, we were fucked up, bro. We were fucked up. And they weren't sugarcoating like they gave us the real. They gave us the real. They didn't. Yes, they care about our feelings and how we feel, but they would rather tell us this than we just wake up one day and it's like all over social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have not been a part of a fandom and been so attached to an artist that makes me feel like I matter. Like, my feelings matter. Like, my opinion matters. You know what I'm saying? And like, I love it here. I fucking love it here. I'm not going nowhere. I love it here, bro. I love it here.
Ignore this fact purposefully, in my opinion. For every journalist and fan who has followed BTS's career closely, this contract renewal should not be a surprise. Why? Because they've promised it would happen knowing that their country is looking at them. Because BTS always negotiates 2 years in advance. Because they've never lied about a project coming out. Because they've spoiled in 2022 their plans for a project in 2025. And yet it's still surprised they renew. You still ignore all of this and choose to predict their breakup. You are delusional.
Nigga, damn! I didn't say that. What you coming at me for so hard, Bora?
Because no other group does this stuff. So there actually exists uncertainty with them, but not with BTS. And you know this. You're supposed to be an expert on this.
Oh, you talking about the journalist? Okay, my fault. Bora, I thought I was gonna say, God damn, Bora, what the fuck? You shooting at the wrong person right now.
You study K-pop. You study boy bands. You study BTS's impact in the global music industry. So if you predicted the complete opposite of what just happened, maybe you should stop selecting only what you desperately want to see and start seeing the overall picture. Since the BTS members started enlisting, K-pop's growth has significantly decreased compared to when BTS was a 7-member group. So every media person wanting K-pop to succeed should have been wishing that BTS comes back, not the opposite. Because as easy as it was for Billboard and Western award shows to create K-pop categories, as easy it will be for them to take them away. We've seen it happen, and it can happen again. So let's celebrate that BTS is the exception. Let's celebrate that BTS is entering their second decade in the history of music.
So are the journalists ignorant and like, are they just speaking just to get clicks? Yes. Can you blame them? Yes and no. No, actually, yes. Well, yes and no, because at the end of the day, bro, like what gets clicks is how you get paid and how you're able to provide and put food on your table, right? Now, you're spreading the wrong message though. But the thing is, when it comes to like news outlets and journalists and all that stuff, positivity doesn't sell well. People love negativity. So the news outlets are going to continue to push this negative agenda and say these clickbaity things, and because they know that positivity doesn't sell the same as negativity. I mean, it is what it is, bro. It's something that we're never gonna get away from. It's all the journalists and news. They're gonna continue to do that because they need to continue to keep their ratings up. Army, start your channels and let's just start getting our voice out there and just, you know what I'm saying, speaking the facts and just uplifting and saying and just being Army in this YouTube space. And then we'll never get rid of the news outlets because, like I said, the clicks and the negativity is always going to be there. But I think it'll definitely help if more of us in this space, you know, share our opinions and share facts about what's really going on. Anyways, guys, that is the end of this video. Bora City, thank you again for another knowledgeable, entertaining video. Shout out to you. Shout out to Bora City Magazine. Listen, I love you guys. When 2025 comes back around, I cannot wait, and I hope to see you at a freaking concert. I was just telling Patreon about this, I think a couple weeks ago. We need to come together and like discuss a concert where we can meet like of course, if you live in Brazil, I live in the States, a New Jersey concert may not be, you know, meeting, you know what I'm saying, halfway. You know what I'm saying? But maybe Well, shit, because if they go to Brazil, that's low-key a drive. Like, you can't catch no ferry over here. I'll pay for the ferry. I'll pay for your little, you know what I'm saying? I'll pay for a little boat to come over here. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, goddamn, like, you know. But no, seriously, all jokes aside, we need to meet. We need to meet, and I can't. Not only am I waiting for BTS to come back so I can just see them in person and be a part of Army the right way at a concert, bro. But it's gonna be so beautiful and amazing being able to really meet you. I love you guys so much. Be safe out here, and I'll see you in the next video, okay? Peace out. And this is the thing about Han, right? Han, I don't know which Han I'm going to be getting on a track, especially by Han. Like, I don't know if I'm going to get the super lyrical rapping version of Han or like the melodic, just beautiful voice of, I don't know which one I'm gonna get, and I'm excited because it's just like, we may get both. Oh my God, bro. When he gives us melody, when he gives us lyrics, when he gives us the aggressive rap, but when he gives us both, oh my God. La, 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 la. This is an underrated song though, bro. I don't think it gets the praise that it deserves. This is an underrated song. Film that is a masterpiece. What you think? Say something. I ain't even gonna sit here and lie to you, bro. I like the song already. I was about to say something. The melody, you know. And why they screaming? Because he put a blindfold on. Like, everybody calm the fuck down. Nigga, what you... I will jump through this screen and pull you by your tracks. Do you hear me? This was such an iconic performance. But Namjoon will forever take me out, bro. The Grim Reaper. These niggas have hits on top of hits on top of hits. Yo, they should have hit them. That was cool too. I'm not gonna lie. Look at our hits happy ass. Look at Sumin's heavy ass though. Look. Hold on. Look.